Queer and creepy to the core, spooky tales and ancient lore. Knock, 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 who's at the door? It's Louise and Tim with Itty Bitty Horror.
Welcome to the Itty Bitty Horror Podcast with Louise and Tim.
Yes, welcome.
Yes, in this podcast, we discuss everything from horror movies to the scariest tales out there with a touch of big Pinocchio line humor.
Oh, but I thought he usually tells the truth.
Well, no, we're big Pinocchios because, listeners, I'm sorry, but Tim and I have learned our lesson.
Oh.
We're no longer going to announce what the next episode will be because one, I'm a Libra, so I'm so indecisive when it comes to topics, and two, Tim fell asleep when he was hiking one time and ended up at the top of Devil's Tower in Wyoming, and he was abducted by aliens. So
Yeah, same
Yeah,
old
he felt-
story.
same old story. So he felt like the topic would bring back very bad memories.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. Not again. Just please don't. Don't even you bringing this up right now is honestly pushing it too far.
I know. Tim, how you been?
Well, other than that brief PTSD flashback, I've been good. I mean, I've been hanging out here where I live on the East Coast, and it is nice and hot over here, so I'm happy about that. And I'm looking forward to our little trip. Well, your little trip to visit me.
Oh, yeah. A reminder to our listeners. We mentioned a little bit in the past, but Winona Ryder flies east this next month. So I'm going to hopefully see Tim. We have a couple of things that we're looking to do, like maybe, go on a ghost tour or something in Philly or, whatever, and visit small little towns, preferably the little town where they filmed Friday the 13th.
Yes, we'll go out to New Jersey and maybe find the diner where little Annie was with her giant, floofy Farrah Fawcett hair.
Yeah. Well, so I have a question about that.
Okay.
The diner that I looked up on Google is the diner where Steve, the one with the blonde mustache, the cutie patootie.
Oh, yeah, you really
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, so that's the diner that I found on Google Maps. But I really want to go to the other diner where Annie walks in and she says, like, anybody know how to get a Camp Crystal Lake? And everybody just turns to her and is like, you mean Camp Blood? I want to go to that diner.
Wait a minute. In a quick Google search that I've done while you've been blabbing away here, I found that it is in fact the Blairstown Diner, and we can totally go to it, and it's the one.
Yeah, okay, cool. We'll go to both diners. Why not?
Okay, I like a diner. I love a diner. Let's be honest. That's like the best part about living on the East Coast.
Honestly, I love diners, but our listeners don't give a fuck about that, do they?
Yes, they do. Stop selling them
Okay.
short. They like a cute
They-
diner vibe. Don't you, listeners?
Yes, don't you? Well, also, we're gonna go to New York, so we're basically making a little East Coast road trip all over a certain section of the East Coast, and it's gonna be fun, I think.
I think so too.
Hey, maybe we'll record an episode in person again.
Oh, well, we'll see, I guess, if we have the time. I mean, it sounds like we're just going to be painting the town red.
Tim, we are going to be discussing. Can I make a random ass pivot to our topic now?
Okay, yeah, but complete pivot.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to be discussing some bodies that were left behind in San Francisco and moved to Colma. What do you know about today's topic?
Well, I really don't know anything because you chose it and then you told me a little bit about it. And then I just decided I would allow it to be a surprise. I'm kind of like the listeners in a way. I'm like the fish out of water, and you're
Mhm.
going to show me the way.
Oh, okay. Well, our listeners are probably thinking to themselves, we like Luis and we like Tim, but they're both idiots
Why would they be thinking that now?
because they want us both to be well informed, Timmy boy.
Well, I'm well informed as an individual, certainly, but I don't necessarily know about Colma, California. I mean, where even is that?
Tim, before I tell you where it is, let's locate it south of San Francisco. There, you got it. You got your answer.
Okay, right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the strange, morbid history of Colma, California for a little bit, the town that San Francisco built specifically to hold its dead after it kicked them out of city limits. And then we're going to get into a few of the eerie discoveries that kept surfacing back in San Francisco itself, left behind when everyone else made the move. And if you want more info or other stories related to today's topics, we're going to be releasing one of these on our Substack. We'll post some pictures, the articles, the links to our sources with more information. So make sure to follow us there for even more spooky tales about San Francisco and Colma. You can find the link to our Substack in the show notes or under Itty Bitty Horror on Substack. Listeners, are you ready to grab a shovel and dig up a body? And we're
Oh,
going to
no.
place it betwixt you, me, and Tim. Are you down?
Oh, that sounds awful.
Well, Tim, you got to learn one day or another that sometimes dead bodies feel the same way about you. How about that?
Oh, they don't even like me?
No.
When you drive through the quiet, unassuming town of Colma, just past Daly City, you'll notice something unsettling almost immediately. The scenery repeats itself in an uncanny loop. Tombstones, a florist, more tombstones, another florist. It feels like deja vu, or maybe like the set of a funeral that never ends. If Las Vegas is a shrine to gambling, Colma is a cathedral of death. Nearly 3/4 of this 2.2 square mile town is reserved for the dead. There are 17 cemeteries packed into this small space. That's a lot of silence, a lot of stories buried beneath the soil. You don't want to be in Colma when the dead decide to get back up. Pat Hatfield from the local historical association says Colma's population is 1,431. Then she pauses and adds, of the living. They call them above-ground residents. The underground population? Close to 1.5 million. That's more than 1,000 corpses for every living soul. The odds are grim. Everywhere you look, rows of gravestones stretch to the horizon like teeth. The Historical Association's headquarters is nestled, appropriately, between two cemeteries. Inside is a museum of the dead. Binders cataloging every final resting place in town. Flip through and you'll find the names of Joe DiMaggio, William Randolph Hearst, and Wyatt Earp. Earp, that hardened lawman of the Wild West, lies in the hills of eternity, a Jewish cemetery awaiting a resurrection that never comes. Try to find a grave in San Francisco, though, and you'll have a harder time. The San Francisco National Cemetery sits in the Presidio, but that's federal land. The only cemetery left in the city proper is a tiny remnant at Mission Dolores, a ghost of its former self. Just 1/6 the size it used to be. From 1782 to 1898, around 11,000 people were buried there. And yet, that still doesn't account for the tens of thousands who once lived and died in the city. So, where are the rest of San Francisco's dead? There was a time when the city was full of graveyards. During the gold rush, cemeteries were established out west where nobody imagined anyone would want to live. 4 major ones: Laurel Hill, Calvary, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows, and the Masonic Cemetery, once stood where the University of San Francisco now is. They took up 60 to 70 city blocks. Golden Gate Cemetery, over near Land's End, devoured just as much land. As the living began encroaching, building homes on all sides, the city's dead became an obstacle. Streetcars had to detour around the burial plots to ferry people to and from work. And then, public opinion turned. By 1880, people were over it. Headlines screamed, "Cemeteries must go." The dead had worn out their welcome. Scientists of the time claimed disease drifted in on winds from overcrowded cemeteries. Throat maladies constantly assume a malignant type, they warned. In 1901, San Francisco banned new burials. The city's belt of death had become a nuisance. Cemeteries were left to rot. Laurel Hill fell into ruin. Bronze doors from mausoleums were pried off and stolen. Statues toppled. Vandals drank, partied, and worse in the shadows of tombstones. One historian recalls stories of people playing soccer with human skulls. Skeletons stolen to be used as Halloween decorations.
I'm sorry, but like,
Who the hell is doing this?
not only that, but like, imagine you lived a semi-long life, because, obviously the length of life was not as long as it is today, but
Right.
oh God, I'm on my deathbed and I at least provided for my family with bags of gold and, I moved them all to the
Yes,
west.
finally.
And then you're like, I'm going to go to the kingdom of God. And then I hope that they respect my,
My remains.
my life and my remains and whatnot. And then fucking 10 years later, they have you hanging outside of a house with like, a fake witch. and people just like being trick or treat and just getting random shitty candy from Target.
Well, and hey, let's blame some famous people here, because remember, Steven Spielberg used real skeletons allegedly in the movie Poltergeist, so he's one of those people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, people just do not respect bodies anymore.
And they
I
need
do.
to. Yeah, you do.
And I don't.
You're known for
And by
that.
that I mean like I don't. I just don't go to cemeteries and dig bodies up.
Yeah, that's nice of you. The first to flee were two Jewish cemeteries, Hills of Eternity and Home of Peace. They vacated the land that would become Dolores Park and moved to Colma's open fields in the 1880s. Then came Holy Cross, opened by the San Francisco Archdiocese, and soon more cemetery associations followed. By 1924, 14 of them banded together to incorporate the town of Lawndale, what we now call Colma. It was a town designed not for the living, but to protect the dead, and they were very clear about that. They had reason to be. Many of the corpses had been relocated multiple times already, first buried during the gold rush, then shuffled from Yerba Buena Cemetery to City Cemetery by the Legion of Honor, and later to where USF now stands. They didn't want people living in Colma, said historian Michael Zvanevik. Every time someone tried to open a store, the town council shut it down, unless it sold flowers or had something to do with burial. By the 1920s, only 5 cemeteries remained in San Francisco, the Big Four and Mission Dolores. The Masonic and Odd Fellows cemeteries agreed to move, but not without a fight. 17 families took the Masons to federal court. They lost. In 1930, the Supreme Court allowed the relocation to Colma. Mission Dolores was spared for historical reasons. Even so, 60 bodies were quietly moved to Colma between 1930 and 1932. The church was slower to give up Calvary Cemetery. They feared it would send the wrong message, that no burial ground was sacred. But eventually they gave in, leaving only Laurel Hill, a rectangular patch bordered by California, Geary, Parker, and Presidio streets. Anti-cemetery activists tried and failed 3 times to get rid of it, until 1937, when a ballot measure passed. The argument for removal featured photos of overturned tombstones and vandalized graves. Is this respect for our dead? The captions asked. The voters answered no. The exhumations began. If the coffin was intact, it went with the corpse. If not, the bones were placed into boxes. Remains had to be moved the same day they were unearthed, and Catholic bodies needed a priest to witness the process. According to a 1950 city report, the smell of death was often present, even decades after burial. Some bodies were reduced to dust, others were eerily preserved. Iron coffins filled with groundwater had kept them in pristine condition. Death pickled in time.
That's so disrespectful. I'm sorry, but like I know it was a different time.
Not that
But-
different. It was 1950. I mean, it's not like, it's not like the Civil War.
That's 76 years ago, though.
Well, you're right,
Oh.
but still.
I'm just saying, like 1950. I know you grew up in the 50s, Tim, and you're trying to say like, oh, it wasn't that long ago, because you don't want to. You want to make sure you stay young.
That's right.
But I mean, the fact that like, hey, we found the bodies. There's no coffin. We're just gonna put them in bones. I mean, in boxes. Excuse me, in bones, and also just like so mistreated, they were just reduced to dust. I don't know. It's like I don't think they were trying hard enough to preserve them. I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't think so. And I also find the idea of a body that's pickled to be kind of disgusting.
That's what I'm gonna look like in a couple of years. So it's
Oh,
fine.
no. Are you putting yourself in vinegar right now?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna put myself in vinegar and just package myself on a shelf in Walmart or Target specifically, and then when people buy it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, these pickles look weird. I didn't know pickles were brown, but okay."
Oh my God.
And then they'll be eating my butt, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this pickle." Okay, I think we're just being disrespectful now to these people, because don't they put like brains and like fetuses and
Oh.
feti
Feti.
I know.
Oh my God. I
They
don't
put them in
know.
those jars
Do
with
they?
water, right?
If you say so.
Mad scientists do. I don't know.
Well, we're not scientists, but we're amateur scientists, really.
We really are. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But go ahead, Tibby
No,
boy.
we're not. Okay. About 130,000 bodies were moved from the Big Four to Colma. Most ended up in mass graves marked with a single monument, if they were marked at all. The 55,000 Catholic pioneers buried at Holy Cross didn't get a proper headstone until 1993. And the tombstones? If families wanted them, they had to pay. Most didn't. The rest were sold off for pennies and repurposed. Some now lined the gutters of Buena Vista Park. Others were tossed into the bay to form breakwaters near Aquatic Park and the St. Francis Yacht Club. Some were used to build a seawall along the Great Highway. Even now, they wash back up onto Ocean Beach like wreckage from another world. Not every body made the trip. In 1950, USF built Gleason Library over what had once been Masonic Cemetery. During construction, a backhoe cracked open a forgotten mausoleum. Dozens of bodies inside. The bones just kept turning up. In 1966, a crew refused to keep digging for the Hayes-Healy dorm after hitting skull after skull. In 2011, construction for the university's Science Center unearthed 55 coffins, 29 full skeletons, and loose skulls. Then there's the Legion of Honor. During seismic retrofitting in 1993, workers discovered 750 corpses from Golden Gate Cemetery, also known as City Cemetery. About 18,000 were originally buried there. Some of the remains included a man buried with a third arm, medical cadavers, and 2 coffins with denim remains stamped with Levi rivets. Photographer Richard Barnes documented it all. He found a disturbing irony in the contrast between the museum's elegance and the graveyard beneath it. Contractors in the 1920s, he said, just plowed through burial sites, laying pipes through skeletons, dumping tombstones off of cliffs into the ocean. Even Lincoln Park Golf Course was built over Golden Gate Cemetery. According to their own website, the 18th Fairway was once a burial ground for the city's Italian community. The 1st and 13th holes cover an old Chinese section. And high up near the 15th tee, that's where the Serbians were buried. Can it happen again? History suggests it could. Your grave is not always your forever home. Even Colma isn't immune. In 1951, Sunset View Cemetery, once used for burying the poor, became a golf course. A Home Depot now sits where Greenlawn Cemetery once stood. A portion of it was carved away for a movie theater. Michael Sponovic stands in a Colma cemetery today. He hears a voice over a loudspeaker. Your car is ready to be serviced. Colma was meant to be a sanctuary for the dead. Now, even the dead are being priced out. But not everyone made the move. For every body that got shipped off to Colma, there were the ones left behind, buried under backyards, sealed beneath sidewalks, forgotten under houses that got built decades later, with no one knowing what was underneath them. Tonight, we're not staying in Colma. We're going back to San Francisco, to the ones nobody remembered to dig up. Ooh, spooky. Ooh.
I'm sorry, but if you found out your apartment was built on top of an old cemetery, honestly, would you want to know, or would you rather just not find out?
I think I actually would want to know.
Really?
Yeah, I would want to know. I want to watch out. I want to get that lady in from Poltergeist, and she can kind of cleanse my apartment.
Does that happen in the movie? I'm pretty sure. Oh,
Well,
you're
she
talking
tries.
about.
She tries.
Yeah, you're talking about the little woman with the big tits who's like,
Well,
this
I don't remember
house
that
is
part.
clean. This house is clean, Carol Ann.
Carol Ann. Yes,
And
exactly.
Carol Ann is in the other side. It's like, why are you telling me, bitch? Like, I'm the one on the other side.
Yeah, I'm still on the other side, and you're telling me it's clean.
Yeah, it's not.
I
But
know.
yeah, I don't know if I'd be not because I'm scared of
Don't lie.
it just feels like so disrespectful, right? Because like I'm thinking a Victorian woman, actually not even Victorian because this all happened before, right? But let's say there's like a gold rush man who's been buried down right here on this apartment that I live in, like down on the ground floor, and
Mhm.
he's resting there, and in heaven, he's in heaven or hell, who knows? And he's like, oh well, you know what? At least my body's not being disrespected. And then he's like, you know what? Let me go take a look and see how my body's doing and what's happening around that town. Maybe they still have like little horse pens and people digging for gold and whatnot. And
everyone knows their place.
yeah, and then when he goes to like the room where he can view his burial stuff, he puts a quarter in, a ghost quarter.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, and then he just puts on the things in his eyes, kind of like when you see like from a far distance when you're traveling to New York and you can see the skyline.
Oh yeah,
he's
those
doing that.
things.
Yeah, he's doing that, and he looks at it and he immediately goes to where he's buried. He's like, what the hell is this structure? He just keeps going up, and it gets to the 4th floor where I am, and I'm on my knees blindfolded, and I'm just like,
Oh
I'm
my
ready for you,
God,
Bob. Come and take
no.
my virginity away.
Your virginity, yeah. Long gone.
And then the ghost is like, what the hell?
What is that, fool?
What does he sound like, Mickey Mouse?
That's how you made it.
Okay, well, Tim, so now that we know the history of this, it's fucked up. And we've already made our comments throughout the story. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover 3 real stories, right? And we're going to head into the first story, actually. We're heading into a quiet San Francisco backyard where a routine landscaping job turned into a 100-year-old mystery.
Oh
A sealed
my.
casket, if you would let me fucking speak.
Oh shit.
A nameless little girl, and a family who had no idea who she was.
No.
This is the story of Miranda Eve. The links to these stories and more will be posted in the show notes. That's so disrespectful. If Miranda Eve knew what the hell a podcast was, she'd be like, oh, they're finally going to tell my story. And then I just end it with like, that'll be posted in the show notes.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
In the early months of 2016, an unsettling discovery took place in the backyard of a home in San Francisco's Lone Mountain neighborhood. What began as a routine excavation quickly turned into a chilling mystery that would stretch across years, unraveling secrets buried deep within the past. It was a simple construction project, nothing more than some remodeling work in the backyard. But as the shovel hit the earth, something unexpected was revealed. A small metallic casket. As the soil was carefully removed, the outline of a child's coffin, tightly sealed, emerged from its resting place. The eerie discovery was made even more unsettling by the lack of any records indicating the burial of a child in this area. Was this a forgotten grave, lost to time, or something far more sinister? The casket was carefully extracted, and upon closer inspection, the remains of a young girl were revealed. She appeared to be no older than 4, her tiny frame shrouded in a white christening dress, lacework as intricate as the sorrow that seemed to follow her. Her feet, clad in little leather shoes, were adorned with a strange necklace of purple flowers that wound through her hair like a macabre crown. Even in death, she seemed to carry the weight of a forgotten history. Her final moments veiled in mystery. With no immediate answers, the researchers turned to the past for clues. The casket's design was peculiar, its construction unlike anything they had seen before. It matched the style patented by Amos C. Barstow, a popular casket designer from the late 1800s, known for their airtight seals that promised to preserve the body for years, even decades. But what could this child's grave tell them? Why was she buried here, in a backyard where no one had any memory of her? The search for her name began. Phase after phase of painstaking research began to unfold. The team combed through maps of the area, overlaying them with historical records from the Oddfellows Cemetery, which had long since been abandoned. It was during these searches that a connection began to emerge. The casket had been placed in a section of the cemetery known for its buried family plots, including that of the Cook family. But still, the girl's identity remained elusive. Then, a breakthrough came. A name surfaced, long forgotten in the archives. A name that would be soon linked to the young girl. Edith Howard Cook, the daughter of Horatio Nelson and Edith Scoofy Cook, both prominent figures in the 19th century San Francisco society. Edith died on October 13, 1876, at just 2 years old. But why was she buried not in the cemetery itself, but in the ground of a suburban backyard hidden for over a century? The investigation took a darker turn as the team examined the child's health before death. DNA extracted from strands of hair found in the casket revealed something disturbing. The child had suffered from marasmus, a severe form of malnutrition caused by chronic illness. Hey, Tim, isn't that what you have?
Oh, damn it.
We're so predictable.
We are.
Well, I actually stole it from you. But anyway,
No.
whatever had taken her life had left her wasted. Her small frame withered away long before her time. But it was not just the disease that was haunting. The DNA analysis conducted in specialized labs at the University of California revealed something even more unsettling. The mitochondrial DNA extracted from the girl's hair matched that of a living relative, Peter Cook, a descendant of Edith's family. Through the meticulous work of genealogists, forensic scientists, and historians, the girl's identity was confirmed. The lost child was not some forgotten nameless soul. She was Edith Howard Cook, the daughter of a wealthy San Francisco family whose graves have been disturbed and buried under the weight of history. Yet even as her true name was restored, something about the discovery felt off. Edith had been interred in an area that no records could confirm, buried beneath a home, hidden in plain sight. Why had her final resting place been so easily forgotten? As it turns out, when the Oddfellows Cemetery was cleared out around 1902, every other body from that section was exhumed and relocated to Greenlawn Cemetery in Colma. Edith's wasn't. For reasons that have never been explained, hers was the only casket left behind, still sealed underground, while an entire neighborhood was eventually built right on top of her. As the research concluded and a memorial service was held to honor Edith, the ghostly nature of the discovery seemed to speak louder than ever. Edith Howard Cook was no longer Miranda Eve, the nameless child. Her identity had been restored, but with it, the unease of a mystery that had spanned over a century. But the unsettling truth remained. In a quiet backyard where life moved on and memories faded, the past had never truly left. It waited, buried beneath the earth, until it was forced to rise again. And now, as Edith's headstone stands with her true name etched into its surface, one must wonder, what other forgotten souls linger beneath the ground, waiting for their stories to be told?
Wow. I'm wondering that myself.
Well, I mean, think about it, Tim. For every Edith that we find by accident, quote unquote, it is by accident, actually. Why am I saying by quote unquote?
Every Edith?
For every type of Edith that we find, how many more do you think are still down there?
At least 20.
Very specific number. Yes. Okay. There's 20 bodies still left behind. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So I was listening to this podcast, and it's not somewhat related, but when they started building the BART train station in San Francisco, for those of you who do not know, the BART train is essentially like the subway system in the Bay Area. And when they were in a specific section, the Embarcadero section, when they were digging down there, apparently they had found ships that were buried down there. Because you may or may not know this, but San Francisco, a part of it is built on top of like ships that were basically blown up and forced into the water to build more land.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when they built the BART station, when it travels between San Francisco and Oakland, at the last stop, they found a bunch of ships there. So again, because they found those, I'm imagining just imagine the whole area of San Francisco and the East Bay that just has like an untold story or history and bodies and everything that's just buried underneath.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah, because like I could be going to Blue Bottle Coffee, go grab my little coffee.
Or Pete's.
And
it is the Bay Area.
Yeah. And I'm just going there to get a cup of coffee, and I'm just standing there smoking a little cigarette, and I throw my little cigarette butt to the ground. And I'm like, I could be doing this on somebody's, final resting place, and I don't even know it.
Ah, it's so true. Well, think about all the other debauched stuff happening in SF on top of everyone's remains.
Exactly, yeah. I'm also kidding. I don't throw my cigarette butts on the ground. That's Tim.
Hey, I do not do that. For one, I only smoke cigars.
Crack.
I only smoke crack.
Exactly. Okay, Tim. You'll do the second story, right? Are you there, Tim? Did somebody beat you up? Tim, are you there?
Here.
I can't hear you. Okay.
I'm right here. Sugar, please. For our second story, we're staying right here in San Francisco, but this time, it's not a backyard. It's underneath someone's actual house. A crew of electricians is doing routine work below a home on Iris Avenue. This is the story of the Cooper family. In the quiet, unsuspecting neighborhood of Iris Avenue in San Francisco, a chilling discovery was made on August 9th, 2017. A team of electricians working beneath a home unearthed something they could never have anticipated. Something cold, ancient, and hauntingly silent. At first, it was just a glimpse of stone, half buried, almost too far to reach, but when they drew closer, their hearts sank. Etched into the surface were names from a forgotten past. It wasn't just any stone, it was a tombstone, a gravestone that had been lying undisturbed for over a century and a half. It was more of a shock than anything, recalled Frank Graziano, one of the electricians. All the guys were shocked and amazed at the same time, never have seen or heard anything like it. The stone revealed a chilling history, 155 years old, carved with the names of the Cooper family, Charles Cooper, his wife Catherine Ryan, and their infant son William Henry. The dates and names, though faint, told a story of joy turned to unspeakable grief. The Coopers were not easily found in records. Their names, common enough, hid the heartbreak that lay beneath them. But one clue remained, a listing from the 1862 San Francisco City Directory. Charles Cooper was listed as an ice cart worker, a man who brought ice to the homes of the city's wealthy. The next year, he worked as a teamster, guiding a team of horses to pull carts through the streets. The Coopers had made a home at 324 Vallejo Street. Charles, only 29, was married to Catherine, just 27, a woman from Cork, Ireland. Early in 1862, their lives seemed full with hope as they prepared for the arrival of their first child. But that joy would quickly turn to tragedy. In December, Catherine went into labor. What should have been a day of happiness became their darkest hour. Catherine's delivery was fatal. She passed away almost immediately after giving birth to their son William. Grief-stricken and devastated, Charles was left to face the unimaginable, burying both his wife and infant son in the same year. Days after Catherine's death, he buried his son in the hallowed grounds of Laurel Hill Cemetery, but the pain of loss lingered. Though Charles eventually remarried, he could never escape the grief of losing his first family. When he died 40 years later, at the age of 69, his body was laid to rest alongside his first wife and son. The Coopers, like so many others, were eventually moved to Colma after the city of San Francisco banned further burials within its crowded limits. The gravestones, however, didn't all make the journey. Those left behind were discarded, tossed into landfills, lost to time. And it's likely that's how this particular tombstone found its way into the ground beneath an unsuspecting home on Iris Avenue, where it waited, buried and forgotten, until the electricians unearthed it on that fateful day. The discovery sent chills through the workers, who immediately called the coroner's office. An inspection followed, but no coffins were found. The work resumed, but the unsettling presence of the tombstone remained. The owners of the home made a decision not to disturb the past. The tombstone would remain where it had been found, in its unassuming place beneath the house. They felt it was the right thing to do, to let the Coopers rest in peace where they had once lived and loved for eternity. And so, the tombstone rests, silent and weathered, its secrets forever etched into stone, a chilling reminder of a family's heartache from long ago.
Tim, I'm sorry. I mean, obviously, it is very sad that somebody would lose their wife and child and, had to bury them. And then still have to move on with your life. Like, how do you even do that? Especially back then. It's not like, I'm assuming, I don't know, but it was harder to be tied to other people, like your family, if they lived like in Ireland, or it's not like you could just call them up and like, you know what I mean? And be like, hey, this happened or whatever, and still have like that connection. You were like basically isolated and by yourself all the way in California.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not to mention, well, I mean, I think that's why they used to just have a ton of kids, because they were worried stuff like this would happen.
Yeah, and then this happens, and then imagine you're the second wife of the man.
Ugh, could never live up to it. It would be like the movie Rebecca, the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but it would be very, and let me know if there's a connection to this with Rebecca, but like it's really, really,
Oh, there is.
but it's just very that it's just like, okay, well, my husband is dying now at the age of 60 something, And then he's like, baby, come here. I'm like, yes, baby.
Come
It's okay.
closer.
It'll come closer. And I'm like,
I'm pretty
yes, it'll be
close.
I'm pretty close. My ear is right next to your lips. I feel the wetness in my ears. And then you're like, what do you need? Like, just, it's going to be fine. Like, it's going to be a painless death. Don't worry. And then he goes, come closer. I'm like, more?
More?
And then
God.
as soon as you stick your ear in his lips, on his lips, he just yells, live in New York, it's Saturday night. No, and then he goes,
What the hell routine is this?
she was like, what do you mean? No, and he goes, please bury me with my first family. And she's like, excuse me?
Excuse me?
He's like, you heard me. Please bury me with my first family. Those was once I truly loved you. I'm sorry, but like, can you just do me this one favor?
Yeah, you never
like-
fully lived up to it. And to be honest, that's why I left their pictures up.
So wait, what's the correlation with Rebecca, since I haven't seen it?
Well, in the movie Rebecca, and it was a novel
Mhm.
as well, but in the movie Rebecca, which I've seen, this lady ends up marrying the main guy, and he's this wealthy man, and he lives in this mansion called Manderley. And
Yeah.
she moves in with him and quickly realizes that she'll never live up to his dead wife that he's still mourning. And she's also sort of semi-terrorized by the maid there named Mrs. Danvers.
Back then, maids had they had a lot of gumption.
Oh,
They're just
yeah.
like, they're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm the real, I'm the one who runs this whole household.
I
which
run
is
this
true.
place. It's true. Just look at Frau Schmidt from Sound of Music.
Well, just look at Jennifer Lopez in Maid of Manhattan when she ran that hotel.
Yeah, she was running that whole place. There were no other maids helping her.
No, she was the main maid.
She was the top maid for sure. Imagine she's the sole maid of that enormous hotel.
I know she still has times to put on outfits and be like, I'm gonna pretend I'm, so and so and rich and whatever.
And get Lord Voldemort.
and get Lord Voldemort or whatever his name was.
It was Lord Voldemort.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do our final story.
Oh, okay.
Now, this one, we're heading somewhere you've probably shopped at yourself without ever knowing what's underneath it. So the next time you're grabbing something, make sure you pay attention to the ground because there might be a zombie down there ready to tickle your bush.
No, please, no.
In the heart of San Francisco, where busy shoppers rush in and out of a Target store, a chilling secret lies buried beneath the pavement. Few know that the bustling retail space, located at the southwest corner of Geary and Masonic streets, sits atop an eerie piece of history. One that dates back more than a century, to a time when this land was a sacred resting place for thousands of souls.
Wow.
In 2013, when the city center shopping complex opened, the store quickly became a staple of everyday life. Tim would go buy lube and dildos.
Okay, Morgan Freeman.
My voice, sorry, I'm not a trained voice actor, listeners. I lied.
He lied on his resume.
I lied on my resume. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna keep doing what the hell this is and, just tell you the damn story. Yet what most customers don't realize is that the ground beneath their feet is soaked in the long-forgotten remains of the dead. When construction workers broke ground to build the parking lot for the complex, they unearthed something far darker than debris. Dozens of grave markers and stone curbs, relics from the past buried under layers of time. These markers were once part of the Roman Catholic Calvary Cemetery, which operated from 1860 until 1940. It was here that many San Franciscans, predominantly Roman Catholic, had been laid to rest. The first body buried in Calvary was that of a pauper named John Riley, whose grave marked the beginning of what would become an eternal city of the dead.
What exactly is a pauper?
Look in the mirror, bitch.
Oh, I'm a pauper? Does that make
You're
you
a pauper.
You're the princess then.
I'm the princess, you're the pauper.
Oh,
And I
apparently.
do paupers. The pauper who does paupers. Yeah.
No, apparently a pauper is a person who is extremely poor, relies on public charity to live. That's kind of like you. Or plays
That's right now.
or plays a
That's me.
That's you. Or plays a specific budget format in the card game Magic the Gathering. Okay, well that's neither here nor there. Thank you, Google.
I don't think it's that one, but yeah. Okay, so somebody would
Oh.
basically be broke.
Yeah, or like board games.
Okay, or like board games. For decades, the cemetery stood quietly, filled with the departed. But in the 1940s, after the cemetery was closed, the bodies were exhumed and moved to Colma, a town that would eventually become known as the City of the Dead. Yet not all was removed, Timmy boy.
It doesn't say Timmy boy in the story, I don't think.
I'm telling you the story.
Oh, that's true. Wait, so I'm curled up by the fire, I guess.
Yes, you're curled up by a fire, toasting marshmallows.
And weenies.
No, just marshmallows. You're holding them with your hands.
Oh, okay.
You're holding the marshmallows with your hands. And you're like, oh, this is hot.
Just kidding.
Birdie. Use a fucking stick, Timmy boy.
Why would you have me do it like that then?
Can I continue telling you my story?
Sorry.
Okay. Yet not all was removed, Timmy boy. The grave markers, the only remnants of those buried, were forgotten, left behind in the rush to clear the cemetery. As construction crews dug into the earth for the new shopping center, they uncovered what should have remained undisturbed. The headstones, chipped and weathered, had long been abandoned, but still bore the names of those who had once rested in peace. The workers, seemingly unfazed, simply stacked them inside, leaving the stones to tell the grim tale to anyone who cared to listen. These forgotten graves had been part of a larger relocation of San Francisco's cemeteries, an event that began in 1901 when the city banned further burials, as mentioned before by Timmy boy.
Me?
By then, many of the dead had already been moved to Colma sprawling cemeteries. The city of San Francisco had effectively exiled its deceased to its tiny town, which now holds over 1.5 million bodies, as we mentioned in the intro, nearly twice the number of the living population. This ain't no quiz, so don't worry about remembering these numbers.
Don't you remember about any of those numbers?
We just talking bullshit. So, the next time you walk into City Center Target, think of the souls that lie beneath you, the forgotten ones, their eternal rest interrupted only by the hum of construction and the rush of shoppers above. Think about it. Timmy boy could be buying poppers right now.
I don't buy those.
Well, I do.
Oh,
Says-
Morgan Freeman,
says
no.
Morgan Freeman. Beneath the polished floors and bright lights, the ghosts of the past remain, quietly, waiting, fingering themselves.
I think you're adding that.
Okay, Timmy boy, what do you think about Morgan Freeman informing us and the listeners that this specific target in San Francisco was built on top of a cemetery? Also, this just shows like how capitalism works. I'm sorry, but they don't care. Like, we were talking about it earlier, right? About how Steven Spielberg allegedly used real bodies, and it's the story itself is also based on the fact that, yeah, we're just gonna build homes on top of these Indian burial grounds.
I know.
Like,
What do they
people
care?
just don't care. Yeah. I mean, look, from all three stories that we just talked about, we had people who would throw tombstones like over cliffs, break them into pieces, and now use them as a seawall. Like, nobody cares about that when we die. That's why I want to be cremated.
Oh, wait, you want to? Okay, that's why you want to be cremated.
Yeah. I've told everybody, all my family, like, look, if something happens to me, knock on wood, but if something were to happen to me, I want to be cremated, and I just want to have my ashes thrown on Justin Long's body.
Justin Long's body specifically. Does he does he get to be told about it ahead of time, or should it be a kind of
No.
an ambush?
No, it's just an ambush when he's like doing a promo for Dodgeball 4. And he's like, "Oh, this movie's really," and then just somebody throws my ashes on his body.
Oh my god, he'll just be covered. It'll be like Pompeii.
And then that way we can be one. Him and me.
You
him
can
and
be
I.
one. Well, for a little bit until he gets a shower.
Well, yeah, then I go down the drains and I end up back in the freaking ocean. And that's how I get to the ocean. There you go. See?
Oh, and you've always wanted to go to the ocean.
Honestly, yeah, I told my family, look, if something happens to me, cremate me and throw me in the ocean, but do a little side quest and just throw my I was in my poppers.
Get rid of those too before anyone finds them. We want the stories to be very above the board.
Yeah, exactly. And throw him on Justin Long. And then once he showers, then my remains will go down the sewers and eventually end up hopefully in the ocean and not in some sewage tank underneath the house or an apartment. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my goal.
Wow, that's so great. So you wouldn't donate your body to science?
Oh hell no. No. Because I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I mean, I would like if I donated my body to science first, they're gonna be like, "Ugh, we got a C tier body here." And it's like, oh, give it to like the remedial science class because they can fuck around with it, and they're just probing my body, and they're not really discovering anything.
They're propping you
You
up
know?
like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, they're just like walking me around. It's like, look at the little pinky dick. And they just start flicking. Anyway,
No.
but yeah, so no, I wouldn't donate it. I would want to be cremated.
Okay, well that makes sense, I guess. I was just thinking, what if you did donate your body to science, it became a cadaver, and then I decided really late in life to go into medical school, and then all of a sudden I found you.
Oh, believe you me, Timmy boy, I have a little hypothetical for you.
Oh no, I can't wait.
But before we get into that, Timmy, what are your thoughts on these 3 stories of bodies being found, or coffins and being found in people's like backyards and underneath commercial centers and whatnot?
I mean, it's really unfortunate that all these dead had to be moved in the first place. That's very sad. I guess we wouldn't have some of the places in the city that we have now. I mean, I remember living in the Bay Area and I love some of those places. So it's kind of sad that they had to move a bunch of bodies and just disrespect them like that in order to make it all
So
happen.
you're saying it was worth it in order to have the In and Out located on Market Street. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that In and Out. You can't beat that In and Out.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, I don't know.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's too bad. It's unfortunate. But also,
Uh,
something that I'm really taking away from this is one of our more realistic itty bitty horrors. I mean,
yeah.
we're just imagining there are ghosts, but actually none of these stories are about ghosts. They're just about what could lead to ghost hauntings.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, why the hell would there be a ghost at this In and Out? It's like, yeah, it's not because this ghost decided to haunt In and Out, but it's because they built an In and Out on top of a cemetery.
Yes, I
Like,
know.
what do you expect?
What do
I'm
you
sorry,
expect?
but
Exactly. That's what I say to the family in Poltergeist. What do you expect?
what do you expect? Exactly. Sorry, listeners, we're not getting mad at you. We're just,
Well,
trying to.
I'm a little mad at them.
Yeah, the listeners are like, what the hell? I'm in
What do we
Germany.
do?
I'm in Germany. How did I get roped into this? Okay, Timmy boy,
Oh, you're in it, baby.
you're in it, baby. Well, I have a hypothetical for you. Are you ready?
Okay, let's do it. Let's just get this over with.
I want you to look away so you can picture it.
I actually do this. Whenever you tell me to look away during your hypotheticals, I really do it.
Okay, good. Tim, let's say you and your husband bought a house in San Francisco because, you both won the lottery, and you finally move in, and you're there. It's a really nice house.
La, la, la.
And your husband says like, hey, babe, can you get me a bottle of wine that we put in the basement? You're like, sure. And then when you go down to the basement that same night, you realize there's like a patch of dirt rising from the ground that you've never really noticed before.
Oh my
And you're like, oh,
God.
that's odd. And then you just take the wine to your husband, have a nice night. The next day you go to Target. You're like, you know what? I'm going to buy a shovel. And
Oh.
when you go, you come back home and you start digging through that patch of dirt, thinking that you found a hidden bag of gold. Because, San Francisco, 49ers, gold rush, etc.
Oh yeah.
But then you hit something really hard and you see a coffin. And you're like, gee whiz, mister, what's that?
Why am I from the 1950s in your mind?
Yeah, and out of morbid curiosity, you open it and you find me there, buried and clutching 2 big pink dildos.
Oh
What do you do?
my God. What would I do in that instance?
Yeah.
I would be like, oh my God, it's Louis. Oh, what is he holding? Oh, ew. Oh, what the hell is this? This is a nightmare. And I guess that's what I would do. And I would then run upstairs and alert everyone. What a
How many episodes have we done where I ask you a little hypothetical and you go straight into a realism? Timmy boy, I need you to be just as wild as me.
I would leap into the coffin with you and slam the door shut.
He's like, you got 2 dildos.
1, 2. I see enough.
2. Okay, Tim. Since you're not gonna give me a real answer, this is what I would do if this were if I were in your shoes.
Okay,
if
so
I were your little pink heels.
Right. My little pink heels. You wander downstairs and you find me in the same scenario.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can give me a different scenario if you want.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Luisi boy, as you would say to
Yes.
me, let's say you're living in San Francisco, right? You sold your app that you created. It's a dating app for ugly people. No.
Exactly.
No.
And I'm the face of it. I turn to an imaginary camera holding a phone, and you can get a date too. That
You're
voice.
you're in the commercial.
I'm in the ads. Okay, so I sell the app for ugly dating people.
Yeah, an ugly dating app, but you sell it for, $100 million, and you're just like over the moon, and you finally get to move to Sausalito, where you've always dreamed of moving.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so a little coastal house. And then but the thing is, you really like historical houses. You like an old house, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true of you, right? You do like those things. So you buy this old Victorian mansion that looks a little bit like, the California governor's mansion or something. It's like Victorian, bay windows, little turrets on it, the works. And you move in, and it's the first day, and you're just like, oh man, this is really my home. And you wander upstairs, and then you see, oh, there's an attic with a little string and a string attached to a ring, and I can just pull on it, and the attic will open up.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then I tumble out on top of you, and I'm a corpse.
Oh, and I know you in this story.
Yeah, in this scenario, you've known me for a while. We kind of lost touch after just a little while.
After I got rich.
Right, after you got rich, you kind of, you didn't need any of that in your life. So
I don't need no more poppers in my life.
Poppers, Pauper. But anyway, and then you find, and then I burst out of the attic, and I collapse on top of you, and then 8 million more bodies follow.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, honestly, I'd be dead, because, first, I'm an old, frail man, and if one body falls on me, that's it. I'm out for the rest of the season.
Oh, you're right.
I'm no longer going to be able to walk around. I'm going to walk around with a limp. No offense to anybody who walks around with limps.
Right.
And if 8 million bodies fell, first, the house would collapse in itself.
It's amazing the house is even holding up.
But let's say, hypothetically, 8 million bodies started falling out. I'd be like, and I was able to escape. I'm like, oh, shit. And I would immediately open the fridge, and go down to the fucking first floor, go to the kitchen, open the fridge, take my favorite 2-3 bottles of poppers, go back up, and then I'd be going back up, and I'd be like, oh, they're still falling, and then I would continue running and jump out the window until I landed on the ground, and with my luck, I would fall on my neck, and then it'll be 8,000,001 bodies that will be found.
Okay, so you'd leap out of a plate glass window is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would land on the first floor, from the third floor all the way down to the bottom. If I somehow survive, which I doubt, right, I would come back with the sheriff, and I'd come back with a priest, and I would come back with J-Lo, and I'd be like, look, I need you all to help me find my friend Tim.
Oh.
And then when they find your body finally, I would be like, okay, does anybody have a piano? Just kidding.
And then you'd break into a concert. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I would just place you on the the little chair where people play the piano. What is it called? A little bench. Yeah. And then we'd be doing a vaudeville duo, whatever. And I'd be like, and when I do this, he does that. And I point at you, and your corpse is just standing there. And I'm like, that's right, Timmy boy. And that's what I would do.
And would I have giant sunglasses on, but still a vaudevillian outfit on, like a little straw hat?
Yeah. Will you be a female vaudevillian?
Oh, I'd be female. Okay.
Diva.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You'd dress me up in a wig, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
okay, Timmy boy.
That's okay.
We've come to the end of the episode.
Oh, no.
What are your overall thoughts on today's topic or today's show?
Well, it's been interesting. I actually didn't realize I'd get this much of a history lesson about a place that you and I both used to live in.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The more you know, sir.
The more you know, sir. The further you go, sir. Or ma'am.
Yes. Or ma'am. Yes. Well, listeners, if you enjoyed today's episode, then feel free to leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Okay?
Yeah.
Gosh, you annoy me sometimes.
Yeah, see, we're mad at you, listeners. Oh,
we're mad at you. No, we love you. We love you so much. We want to marry you.
Whoa.
Come marry us.
Please.
If you would like for us to cover a specific story or topic, then we're just going to ignore it. But feel free to email us at itty-bitty-horror@gmail.com.
No. We'll not ignore it. We're going to definitely keep it in mind.
Yes, you can also follow us on all social media under itty-bitty-haba. Also, if you would like to learn more about today's topic, including pictures of the coffins discovered beneath San Francisco, then check us out on Substack, because that's where I'm going to post all that stuff, and we'll dive deeper into the topic with a Substack exclusive. Tim, before we finish off this
amazing episode,
I sent an email to all of our followers, or people who had signed up to receive emails, and I sent the latest episodes, and then I just got a response. how do I unsubscribe? I was like, oh,
Wait, you actually did get that message?
yeah. It was like
Oh,
somebody who I was like, oh, yikesies.
There's no way. Once you're signed up, it's all
Listeners,
done.
Yeah, listeners, if you want to be added to our emailing list, which, we inform you of all upcoming things, our Substack, all that good stuff, just feel free to DM us and we'll add you manually. So that way we're not, tricking you and adding you to lists, many, many lists that you're already on.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to add to your spam list. We really want to enlighten your life with a little itty bitty horror action.
Exactly. Yes, I agree. Well, listeners, thanks once again. And remember, even the smallest chills can linger long after the stories end.
Wow.
Wow, that was really good. I'm Owen Wilson now.
That was a great episode. I gotta subscribe.
I gotta subscribe with my nose. Anyway, how do I stop this sugar?
I don't know, honey pie.